try to apply it more of a forward force than a weight. Yeah. As long you feel he doesn't try to stand up, you can, pow, you can keep drawing.
We're into the second day. We've been lucky enough to manage to secure him for today for 2 hours, do an actual seminar. So he's in the process of showing some of his world-class techniques. Pretty cool, because I can think back to, to those specific opponents that he mentioned and remember him doing things like that. So it's pretty surreal to have him here today.
Now we're gonna change and go to the ground a little bit. Now in MMA, we see there's the evolution of the sport. Guys stand up much more than before. They don't accept the bottom game. In jiu-jitsu, when we roll, there's a sort of an agreement of, oh, I'm gonna play the bottom game and my opponent will play the top game. But in a fight, this thing is out of the window. The guy doesn't want to go on the bottom because he's limited by the gravity. And I'm gonna show you the way most people stand up, and the strongest way to stand up is on your 4-point, like so. We're gonna work on a very basic concept. If George is on the floor, and I'm on top of him here, and I ask George to stand up, pay attention to his head. So he stand up first, his knees goes up, and he come up straight up. Then he stand up, yes. And then I'm screwed. One thing to learn right off the bat when you're on the floor and there's a scramble and the guy tried to stand up from this position is to create a forward pressure. And how you do that is by putting both of your hands in his inner thigh and driving in forward. Look how George stand up. Look at his head. Stand up again. One, he needs to go up because his head leads the way. So first thing I'm gonna do is to take that away from him by putting my hands in his inner thigh and driving forward. If you try to stand up the same way, George, is hard. See, now it's hard. You can't. Okay? It's important when you do that, you don't overcome it, because there's other way for George to Granby roll and to do other things. But that's how you prevent a guy from standing up like that. So from this position, if we see that our opponent heads he's cover yourself up on your elbows, and he's on the brink of standing up, go stand up. I'm preventing this by doing a forward pressure. However, if he's covering up, there's many things I need to learn. My knees is in his coccyx. My other knees is next to his knees. And I can put one of my hand in his inner thigh to control him. In MMA, the ground game is very different than in pure jiu-jitsu. When you fight in MMA, often if you fight a black belt and you start to hit him, he will become a white belt. I've seen it multiple times. It happens. I'm a black belt and I can tell you with strike, it changes everything. So let's say I'm with Will here. We're gonna practice the skill of hitting the temple here. And when I hit the temple, be aware that when you hit a hard surface, hit with the palm of your hand if you don't want to break your head. You can hit here, but I suggest you go here. So hit, Will, what he's gonna do if he's here, he's gonna cover up and turtle and go on his elbows. Which, block more with your arm. Yeah, the more you block, which will lead me to another attack. An uppercut here. If he go down, if he put his elbow down now, and his head tilt towards mine, now he blocked that side perfectly. It opens up automatically the other side, the hammer fist with the ear. Now he's gonna block the other side and tilt on the other side a little bit. This will open up the perfect situation for a seatbelt grip. Seatbelt grip here. And now I'm gonna show you a technique that you can use to tap out a jiu-jitsu athlete that is much better than you, because you use an element of surprise. And it's so fast that you can tap out. If you do it well and your opponent doesn't see it coming, you can tap him out. So let's recap. First, here, he block. That lead me to the uppercut. Boom, he block. That opens up to the hammer fist. He block. That opens up to the seatbelt. And now when I gonna roll, I'm using a pressure on his head. I'm gonna use a pressure on the back of his neck. So he's gonna want to go on the different direction and open up as I roll. And as he's opening up, I slide my arm in for the Adaka Jimmy. So I'm here, I'm gonna apply the pressure on the back of his neck with my shoulder. Roll and slide. I use the element of surprise. As soon that I'm in, okay, I don't need to put my hooks right away. I'm already in. I tighten up my knees, and I'm gonna go with my other end, not in front of him because he's gonna grab my arm. I'm gonna take my hand behind his neck, outside of his field of vision, and put the blade of my forearm here. And when I apply the choke, a lot of people make the mistake of stretching. You don't want to stretch. You want to do like an ab crunch. Going down. Okay, don't try to go like this and stretch like this. That could work too, but it's not efficient. You want to crunch forward. Again. I'm with Will. I'm with George. He wants to stand up. Stand up. Pressure. Now I'm hitting him. Duck. I use the uppercut. Use the hammer fist. Seatbelt. Here, slide. Go behind. Adaka Jimmy. And press. Again. He wants to stand up. Pressure. I practice the skill of keeping him down. Hit him on the temple. Or if the temple is not available, I go with the uppercut right away. Hammer fist. That will open up for the seatbelt. When I do the seatbelt and I put the pressure, very important to be tight. Look at my shoulder. I close the gap and I roll. Here. Put an incredible pressure on his neck, so he wants to breathe. As soon as he come up, I slide in. When I slide in, I grab his strap and I reach behind his neck, never in front. Apply the pressure, run down. All right, guys, let's work on that one.
So I open this up.
Try to stand up.
I get to my seat.
Well, I want to try to stand up first. Very nice. Okay, but don't compromise yourself too much. See what happened now? Yeah, because if you do that with a good guy, immediately will grab you. Stay always towards his back, towards his hips. Yeah, try to stand up again. Yeah. I want to see something. I think do it on me. The pressure. I want to see something. I'm trying to stand up. Okay, I see what try to apply it more of a forward force than a weight. Yeah. Oh yeah. Focus on forward. Yeah, it's good. Okay. Yeah. This is important. You only go this direction. Don't want to go. No. The weight is used. You want to drive him forward.
So my second part of that. Okay, so I go forward.
Yeah.
Now I start to. Do I wait till he's on his elbows to start striking?
No. Okay. As long you feel he doesn't try to stand up, you can. Pow! You can keep driving. Pow!
I strike, uppercut, hammer fist. Here's my question on the seatbelt. Let's say I go to roll, but he does tripod up really good. Do you prefer to switch back more to behind the armpit?
You switch.
Or do I feel like I'm going to lose it?
No. With the sweat, it's too risky. You go back.
So
Look.
if he ends up tripoding up, but if he's down, go down. Now I can roll. But if he starts to pop up.
Good question. I'm gonna do it right now. It's a good question.
Okay.
Yeah, if you want, I'll do it right now. It's a very good question. Okay, guys, it's a very good question. Okay, I had a great question. Sometime I'm in this position, and I'm about to go. I'm taking the seatbelt and the person tripod. People ask me, do I keep the seatbelt? You can, but it's very risky, especially if you're in the middle of a fight. You might slip out, and it's too risky. So what I recommend, if you go for the seatbelt and the person go back, you put the palm of your hand behind his armpit and go back here. And to put him back down, what you do is you step on his shoelace here. Put on his shoelace and sprawl back in a circular fashion. Once I sprawl back after I'm here, I take away his wrist, his base, drive forward to completely shut him down. Step over with the blade of my leg, and I can pound him. When I pound him, I expect a reaction. Most guys exactly want to do that, but as I see him doing this, I'm gonna do the same. Use the same sticky hand technique in his inner thigh. And he's gonna drag me into, come back on 4 point. Drag me with my hooks in, put my other hooks, one deep, one shallow, I can sprawl. And boom, finish the job. It's a lot, I know. It's a question I was asked. It's very interesting. So once again, see Ben and I see he's tripoding. Too risky. I'm stepping back and going here. I step on his shoelace and I sprawl to bring him back down. Take away his base and drive. Now again I can score. Put my sticky hand inside his leg, and he goes. Automatically he will drag me into a position that I'm gonna able put my hooks. If I could, I put my second hooks, drive forward. Now I'm in the ultimate position to cause damage. Is in the worst position he could be. Once again, I'm in a seatbelt. He's tripoding. If I stay here, I might slip and lose everything. So he's tripoding. I'm going back here. Lock my hand, step on his shoelace, and even if he's strong here, I'm gonna sprawl in a circular fashion and bring him with me. Take away his base and drive. I can score here. Boom, uppercut. Everything I want until I feel like he's moving. When he moves, I put my hand on my hooks. He's dragging me with him. Now sometimes people will ask me, hey, if he's good, he's gonna block that door here. When you go on 4 point, I can put my second hooks and stay on the elbow. I can put my second hooks in. So I arch my toes and I use this as a solid base to keep me in position until I can create a space and put it in. And then with the pressure of my hips, he's in a bad world right now. All right, let's work on this.
That's cool. We have some. It's so awesome that George gives us the opportunity to answer questions, to ask questions, and then he answers it in front of everyone with a technique. So, what he was just showing, if we have someone in a seatbelt and he tripods up, are we still gonna hold that seatbelt because there's a chance of losing it and I fall off, right? So the moment my opponent goes to the tripod, I move backward, I block the armpit, I shuffle back, get the body lock, step on the shoelace down here, and now I'm sprawling to the outside, bring him down, connect the bottom hand, drive forward, try to block him somehow here, try to create some sort of damage. If he turtles, I get my bottom leg in, maybe even the top hook. I can sprawl him out. Always keep contact to that bottom leg, to that bottom hand, that trapped hand.
Was it one of the biggest takeaways from today?
I would say the biggest takeaway from today is he showed a pyramid at the beginning. The bottom part of the pyramid is a physical base. You got to be fit, strong, all that kind of stuff, not injured to compete. Then on top of that, the next part of the pyramid is the techniques. You got to learn how to punch, kick, wrestle, do jiu-jitsu. And that's what we've all been doing, right? But I can say for myself, and for sure for many others, then having the peak of the pyramid, which is the tactics, why you do what you do, knowing when to do, and not just spar and throw the combination you practice on the pads, right? So being able to see and read what is happening and knowing what to do. He calls that tactics, and it's that's the last part of the journey of a martial artist, right? Knowing and understanding when, why, and what to do, and the physical part and the techniques. Everyone in here has already a great base, and then taking away some of his tactic thoughts and experience is pretty cool.
See, I'm pushing with this. Yes, yeah. So if you don't stay up high, go back a little bit. So when he's here, go back. Now I'm here. Step on his shoelace, and I'm bringing him down. Boom. Catch here. Drive him. Now I can score. Boom, boom. He's gonna turn. I hold him and he's turn. See, it's hard. It's hard. Turn. See, he has to drag me. Drag. And now go back on turtle. Yes. I'm allowed to put my hooks and I drive forward. Yes. So the key is you hold those static position to make him carry your weight. That's what I was saying. Yeah, you have to turn. If you have to give the proper resistance, because if you don't, go take the position over here, drive me down. Okay, now I want you to put your right hook. Okay, but hold on. Right hook first. Okay, just the right hook. When you have a chance. So lean back, like just let me drag you. Hold yourself tight to me. Don't try to put it by force. Let me drag you and put your hook. See, I'm here. See, it's you see how easy it is? Yeah. Exactly. Everything should be organic, should be easy. If you use strength to do something because something is wrong, you should never use strength. It's not economical. Everything should slide smooth.
Hook is last priority.
I'm sorry?
Hook is the least priority. More like riding him.
No, it's a priority, but what is a priority is when I'm here, I'm leaning on him here. See? He has to go. He has to drag me in. If I'm fighting someone who's very athletic, imagine a world-class athlete, and I rely on speed, I will never be able to hold him down because he's gonna be here, he's gonna be. Do you know what I mean? I can't rely on speed. I have to rely on technicality. So by holding myself to him, slowing him down, now I have a chance to do what I need to do. Always focus on that. Don't focus on, okay, when he does that, no, you have to. Yes. Guys, I had a great time with you. I hope you had a great time and you learned something today. Often in sport like mixed martial art, the secrets are hidden in small details. It's not hidden in plain, like in a way that, oh my God, I learned this new technique. It's often hidden in the detail is hidden in a technique that you probably already learned, but you never thought of that detail, and now, because you apply that detail, now you'll be able to execute that technique. That's what happened with my Superman punch. I know the Superman punch for a very long time, for example. I knew the Superman punch even before I started my professional career. I learned in karate. But the details that my coach, Phil Nurse in New York, gave me about it is really what made the world, the difference between being able to use it effectively and not at all. So that's the lesson today that you need to remember. Those little details make all the difference in the world. Now I'm gonna take some time for people who did not have a chance to have a picture with me, because I want you guys to go back home with a souvenir. I want to make sure everybody has a good souvenir. We're gonna go, I think, in the cage, right?
Yeah. Guys, make a nice single file.
Hey guys, if you have a height item to sign, we're gonna find a place where you can put your item, and after the picture, I'm gonna come and sign everything. So it's gonna be faster. So this is only pictures, and after, if you have an item